Okay, so this was the go-home show before Money in the Bank. I will have to discuss right now the best match of the night, easily, was Ziggler Barrett. That match was great, phenomenal action, vastly superior to the match they had on SmackDown, with Ziggler essentially eating the bull hammer pretty much out of nowhere. Great match, beautiful match. Kofi Kingston took on Jack Swagger in an okay match. Seth Rollins had a match. Henry cut a promo about how he was going to win the contract Money in the Bank ladder match. He had a match with Rob Van Dam. This match was ended with a Dean Ambrose beatdown. Ambrose then got added to the Money in the Bank ladder match. The one was for the contract. So that's a super stacked match. The main event ended up being a 4-on-3 match. So what they did on SmackDown. Slightly different ending though, with Sheamus picking up the victory. And then Kane led everybody out. And with Kane doing that, he was added to the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's like, jeez, they are just stacking the daylights out of those two matches. The Wyatts both individually had matches against the Usos. They came down to their new theme music, which essentially is got the whole world in his hands, and probably the creepiest instrumental version of all time. With just the overhead spotlight. Awesome. You had a win and a loss, because that's just the way they want to do it for a tag match, to make it seem nice and competitive heading into their match at the pay-per-view. Naomi took on Alicia Fox, while Paige and Cameron were on commentary. Naomi gets the victory. It's a nice handshake from Paige. They're going on to have a match at Money in the Bank as well. Stephanie McMahon decided to have a match against Vicky Guerrero because of the vomiting incident. Instead of being a one-on-one match, which would have been nice, they instead had three divas come down, a newly different dyed hair Rosa Mendez, Layla, Alicia Fox tried to push Vicky into what looked like a thing of pudding. A kiddie pool full of pudding. They succeeded, and then Seth began to sing the Na 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 Hey Hey Goodbye song while dancing in between Vicky and the thing of pudding. So yeah, she went in case you were like, no, that would never happen. So they had some solid match work, and a good job when it came to doing some of the promos trying to build the pay-per-view. Right now there's... Oh, and Damian Sandow dressed as Abe Lincoln was demolished by Biggie Langston, who then did his best Jesse Jackson impression to do a promo to then get attacked by Kozlov. Okay. I don't know where they're really going with that. Their match at the last pay-per-view was actually pretty good. Payback worked well. Will they probably need to do that again for another filler match? Yeah. We're not going to see 3MB taking Los Matadores unless they build a new 3MB. Which at this point in time, they might as well throw in The Miz and Damian Sandow. Just to do something with those two guys. So now my predictions. I do think it'd be great to see the Wyatts become tag champs. I think the Usos have gotten kind of stagnant. They're an exciting team, but they just really haven't gotten anywhere recently. And I think that if you put the belts on the Wyatts, it'll freshen up just a little bit. I expect we'll probably see a Goldust Stardust match against Rybaxel, with the team of the Dusts getting the victory. Naomi and Paige. Their match on main event was good. Not pay-per-view good, but good. I don't picture Naomi getting the title now. They still have to break up Naomi and Cameron, which will lead to Cameron becoming future endeavor. But they still have to do with that before I really truly see them putting the title on Naomi. The contract ladder match, which is Kingston, Rob Van Dam, Ziggler, Rollins, Ambrose, Barrett, and Swagger. gut is telling me that that's going to be probably Rollins or Ambrose. Those are the two that I really do see walking out of there with the briefcase. Swagger's done it. Ziggler's done it. I think it'd be great to see Barrett walk out with it, but part of me is almost leaning more towards the Rollins and Ambrose, with Barrett being my third. Now the big one. Del Rio and Cesaro, no. They're not putting the big belt on them at all, no. Sheamus, well seen, that's a no. Kane, part of me seeing Kane as a no. So now we're down to Reigns. I think it's way too early to put the belts on Reigns. Orton, I could see Orton. I hate to see it be John Cena. I still think the best way to end Money in the Bank would be to have Bray Wyatt as champion. I think if you end it with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts as champion, I think that so drastically changes the landscape of the E. But if they want to, if you want to have John Cena do a match against Bray Wyatt, you can do that. If you wanted to have Bray Wyatt defend his titles against Daniel Bryan, you can do that. I think putting the titles on Bray Wyatt, while very, very premature, is such a huge change in the landscape. And plus, we'll see you have Ambrose win the Money in the Bank. The promos you could have between Ambrose and Wyatt would, one, show a real evolution in brand new characters and pushing the younger stars more. But I think that would be just some of the most crazy, bizarre promos, and definitely get people talking.